What we got today, we have got a brand new character added to our Mum Talk collection. When I talk about Mum Talk, I'm not talking about Secret Lives of Mum and Wives. No. I'm talking about the drama that just goes on over on TikTok. Today we have Mum that I've never come across before. She's called Mama Shai. I don't know if you guys have come across her, but we're gonna do like a little channel breakdown, which I haven't done in a little while because, to be honest, there's a few things over there which are pretty concerning. And there's a reasoning why some of her audience are getting pretty annoyed with her.
If I want to post a video and you get mad about it, I don't give a f. I don't care. It'd be different if I was an internet mom, bitch. I've been a mom since I've been 16 years old. 16 ain't never had a CPS case on me. Ain't never. I was a better mom at 16 than half you bitches are in 2026.
She's gotten into this really bad habit in the past few weeks / a month of just documenting her one child in particular being super sick. And the way that she comes at quite a lot of the criticism is just so unbelievably childish that I can't believe that she is being full real.
Y'all want raw and real until you get raw and real, and then it's too raw and real. I post my life. You don't like it? Don't watch. I don't care. This is what I do. I vlog my life. It's too raw and real. Put your phone away. It's what? Because he's full of poop? Because he had to fart? Oh, we're not adults here? Oh, if you're not 18, scroll, baby. Scroll. I'm a mom. I've been a mom for 8 years. A little poop, a little fart doesn't bother me. My bad. You don't like what I post? Don't follow me. Scroll. You don't like what I post? Hate on my stuff so I get paid. I don't care.
Sharing, in particular, her son not being very well. Okay, like, as in her child, there is one clip of her child. They're walking out and he is clearly distressed. Crying, everything. She is full on vlogging this. I'm not talking about, oh guys, I'm in the hospital, I'm having to do this and that. Not talking about that. We're talking about full-blown conversations with the nurses when she's actually in the hospital. We're talking about like her setting up the camera and taking these kind of shots of like her kissing him over the hospital bed.
I'm kind of getting worried that it might be like appendix or something. I'm not sure. He's in pain. He's holding his stomach. He's obviously very upset. So we're going to take him to the hospital as quick as we can.
We're even going so far as to talking about him maybe having like his bowels flushed, like that kind of stuff.
But I am literally just so lost at this point. I will update you guys when we get to the hospital. I also went to like the store and I bought suppositories. But as soon as he starts taking a drink or putting anything in his stomach, like he's sick again. The nurse was just in here. She said they could see the records from the other hospital. So hopefully they can figure something out and don't have to do like another CAT scan. Okay, so they're going to do another x-ray on him and make sure his bowels haven't got worse. Something's got to give. Like, he's got to go.
The only other option that I think might be worth considering is an enema.
She's gonna do an enema on him. Thinks it's so funny. Okay, that really worked. He might have got it all over his shirt.
Stuff which, why are you sharing that on the internet? And the interesting thing is that in retaliation to this, she's just like, well, I'm a mum. Bit of poop and fart never hurt anyone. Like, we're all adults here. We're not actually all adults here, because if you have a little gander through your comment section, I think you'll find a lot of people are owning up to the fact that they're like 14 years old. You don't have to be around here. Real and raw content is not for everyone. Speaking as if she is the one that's emitting information about herself. She's not. She's emitting information about her children. She's spoken about, I believe it was her 2-year-old had gotten like an autism diagnosis, something a bit like that. She's spoken a lot about that. Spoken a lot about this child and his like stomach, I'm going to say the stomach bowel problems, to such a length that it's become this daily, sometimes 4 or 5 times a day update on how her son is doing.
Back from picking up at school. Look, I'm going to show you. He's eating, but I just want to get on here and let you guys know, here in about a few hours, I'm going to be posting a video taking to his doctor because he has an appointment. So if you don't want to fucking watch, don't watch. This is your public service announcement right now. If you don't want to watch, don't watch, bitch. It doesn't matter if you stop watching me or if the whole fucking world stops watching me. I don't care. That's the difference between me and you. Love you, bye.
Is this like a fairly normal-ish thing to happen to kids when they're growing up, where they might have some sort of stomach issue, whoever, whatever? Yeah, but you know what's not normal? Documenting this online. Documenting this online and making a hell of a lot of money out of it, because they're getting saves. They're getting a hell of a lot of saves on those videos. And I'm just wondering, who's saving this? When she's documenting like her kid all poorly, talking about how he's going to have like his bowels flushed or whatever, there's loads of saves on those videos, and I'd be very curious to find out who is saving that. Past few days especially, the level of oversharing has definitely amped up, like 100%. Like, there is no doubt about it. And when I watched her video a few months ago, she was talking about how there's not a lot of room in the house, etc., etc. And I can't help but kind of feel that a lot of it is to do with the fact that she is wanting as much money as possible. I mean, they speak, and this is no hate, no shade, because so many people are struggling right now. Do not get me wrong, that's not it. But you have to work out why someone would want to share this much information and about their kids. And most of the time it comes down to the financial side. How much money can you get out of parting with your child's information? And this is it. Because she'll talk about, only having $30 in her account, or going to the store and having to be super careful, the house not being quite big enough for her, loads of different things, which makes me kind of think that the minute she really started posting more about her child's sickness, that's when it really started amping up.
If you're new here, I recently moved into a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment with me, my husband, and our 2 kids. My son has his own room, but me and my husband share a room with our daughter. Currently, you can kind of see we really don't have much room, so I want to rearrange this room and try to organize it to where we have just a little bit more walking room so my daughter can play in here when she wants to.
But them two have an interesting relationship, her and her husband. Not to mention that her husband seems to always be getting sick, and so do the kids. There's like barely any video footage of him, because she says that she doesn't really like filming around her husband. Well, I kind of have sneaky suspicion, but I might ruin it for you. But she says that, yeah, she can't really film around her husband.
I'm literally hiding in the bathroom because I don't like the recorder on my husband, and my house is so small, but that's besides the point.
But her and her husband have an interesting relationship. In fact, the very first video that I saw of them was someone had obviously gone back and had a little look at police records, and I don't know, because I haven't seen these, but it turns out that actually there's like a domestic charge on the husband for domestic violence, and someone had like posted the screenshots or whatever but taken it down. And the mum replies,
Kaylee really thought she ate dropping my husband's mugshot, but literally, why didn't I drop it first? Because I'm mad. My husband did get charged with strangulation. We were having too much fun in our room. The neighbors heard and called, charged him with strangulation. We were both naked when they got here. How do you argue with that? It got dropped. The court knew we were in here having fun in our room.
Who is to say if that is true or not? What I will say is that she is very open and honest about her and her husband's sex life, and hey, I'm all for like people being as open and free and like talking about sex. I mean, everyone has it. Do you want to be in? Not everyone, but a lot of people have it. A lot of people have it. So I don't get icked out talking about it. You have to kind of think about when she's saying this kind of stuff.
So when I tell you the walls are gonna be rocking, the bed is gonna be fucking probably broken. My back's gonna be broken for sure. And when I'm wearing a back brace tomorrow, you know why.
And then in the next few videos, she's talking about her children in really great detail. No issue with discussing sex, but when you're kind of talking in that graphic detail about like the dad and you having sex, and then obviously then it's your children as the next shot, I do think that why would there be a record with the police and whatnot? Why would it even be recorded down as like an actual thing if the police got there and found out that it wasn't actually it wasn't like a domestic charge, or so they say? Why was that then recorded? That doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me.
My husband goes on deer camp. He has one rule for me, because he leaves for the weekend. He leaves for 3 days. His rule is don't shower until he gets home. I can shower before he leaves, and I can shower as soon as he gets home. When he gets home, he's finna do the check. He's finna, okay? But I showered, so I might be getting a divorce. I don't know. I'll keep you updated.
So like I say, the very first video that I ever saw was her, and she is vlogging her child, who's clearly extremely distressed, going to the hospital. But that's not the only time she was caught vlogging, going to the hospital, etc. There was one time where she was filming him. He was holding a sick bucket, and she was so preoccupied with telling everyone what was going on that he was like tripping over with the sick bucket, and then also like a flask full of coffee. And she's just a vlogging. She's even then arguing with people while she's actually sat in the hospital.
It's 12:03 and we are on our way to the hospital. He's literally been screaming, like crying, like in pain. He didn't want to go to the hospital, and then I was like, you know what? We're going. So that's what we're doing. We're going. Here, sir. Go catch you a biggin. Round 3. The third time is a charm. Okay. I made him a coffee because coffee makes you poop, right? I already spilled his coffee in his puke bag, so we had to situate each other. He get his stuff, I get my own stuff. Ooh! Did you see that?
And the crazy thing is that I saw this comment, which was posted as a caption, with her child acknowledging that they wanted to start a YouTube channel. I'm assuming for gaming. I could be completely wrong with that. But I noticed that he does like gaming. And in this caption, she's saying, you know, we've got to protect our child's privacy and things, which I 100% agree, which is the part, mostly, if not the reason why I'm making this video today. Do you know, it's not just to be a total bitch. I think this kind of behavior shouldn't really be going on, especially when I feel like we've come so far in terms of, you know, people really realizing just what should or shouldn't be put on the internet. And it's taken a long while for us to get here. Like, I remember we all used to watch so many family vloggers over on YouTube, just like showing their potty training their children, or showing really sad, intimate moments which shouldn't be put online, very vulnerable moments. And these parents were scolded, videos were removed, CPS was called in a lot of cases. I mean, parents put in prison for some things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've made strides. But then when I then see this kind of stuff being rehashed out again on TikTok, it makes me extremely sad, because I think some of these parents go in there with good intentions and then get so blindsided by the money that they can make by paying the price of your child's private information. And that's what makes me really sad.
You know what really blows me? That I've been a mom since I've been 16 years old, okay? I'm not a picture mom. I'm not a video mom. I'm a mom 24/7, bitch. I do everything for my kids. Off camera, on camera. If you really want to know the truth, I never even really posted my children. My children recently just started getting posted when I started posting on TikTok. Why, you may ask? Because, bitch, tomorrow isn't promised. You know that? Tomorrow is not promised. And if all I have is a video, strike me dead. You know what? I don't give a fuck what you have to say. I know what I do every day for mine.
People are commenting, thankful I grew up in an era without social media. Someone else said, he's obviously very upset, so I'm gonna film him. Someone else said, not everything needs a hospital visit. And the top comment was, I'm annoyed you are recording this. Someone said she might be filming these episodes to keep a digital diary of her son's trips to the doctor. We're all completely unique individuals. It saddens me that there are so many angry and judgmental people in the world. Prayers, your son. Not going to bother reading that. And someone said, what's that got to do with posting it on TikTok? So the mum actually brought this one up. She said that her kids may not be around tomorrow, so she needs to be documenting this. It's like, you know, you don't have to post it to TikTok. Like, that's just such a shit excuse. What happened to home videos? Not to mention, why the hell, if you're trying to collect these like home videos, do you want your child in the hospital because of a bowel problem?
After being completely sick, he's been in his room for the last 6 hours laying on the floor. He's throwing up. He's not pooping. I gave him a suppository. It worked, but it didn't work.
Not me. I don't want to be looking back on that and being like, oh, my child was in so much distress and so much crying, but I'm so glad I got to keep this memory. Hell no, and they wouldn't want it either. Like, this is a very, very, very immature response. And anyone who does that is being just as immature as the parent, because that's bollocks. You can save things to your phone. You can save things to your computer. I have so many videos of my kids I've got so many of them. I've got so many of them all on my laptop and on my phone. Guess where they're not? They're not here because I realised that not everything needs to be shared. Not to mention holy bullying Batman. Like, what the hell? She's mentioned that her kid goes to school. This is. Are you wanting your child to have a really shit time in school? Is that what you're betting on? Because, you know, if my mum was sat at home editing videos of me clearly in distress, getting my bowels flushed, and then posting it to their social media. And then also on top of that, I can't escape my mum talking about hers and my dad's like crazy sex life. It's all over the internet. That is bullying material. I hate to say it, wouldn't wish it on anyone. Yeah, that excuse is extremely weak and I don't like it. She is filming her kids for content, and I have a sneaky suspicion it's because she saw the dollar signs in doing so. And that is really sad because kids don't know what is going on. Even an older kid, you know, they'll realize that their parent is paying more attention to the camera, but they won't realize that so much of their information's being shared. And yeah, you can give the whole excuse of, well, they're earning money to take care of their kids. It's all going back to the kids. I don't know about you. I would much rather my mum not feel like they can't do anything else other than share my personal information from being a child, because Jesus, if she did, it would be an absolute nightmare because I was not an easy child. So I'm glad that she didn't. I'm glad that I grew up in a time where social media like this wasn't a thing. And I firmly believe that a lot of places are banning social media for under 16s. I believe that should include using them in any context online, including your own channels. You can't show your kids online. That's what I think. But who knows if it will happen? I don't know. I hope so. There was talks about it happening over here in the UK. I can imagine because other European countries have come out and they're doing it as well. So I'm really hoping we follow suit with that, because I believe I heard rumblings of Starmer actually going to meetings about it. So fingers crossed, hopefully, because I'd love it if my kids could grow up just peacefully and happily without having to worry about what is going on social media. But that is basically it. It's short and sweet. That's just what I wanted to get to today. I have actually got a little bit of baking drama coming at you tomorrow, hopefully. So we'll see how that one goes. Like I say, if you want to go follow me on TikTok, please do. I haven't been covering exactly the same things over here to over there, so you'll come across things which, yeah, I probably haven't shared, because over here I like to share long form and over there it's just sort of short and snappy. But yeah, if you want to, please go ahead. Would love to come say hello. Yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.